Talk about, I was fascinated last week at those odd-looking clouds we had in the sky.
They're very neat-looking clouds that we had. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. These are the shelf clouds that we had last week as those brief and isolated thunderstorms moved through. And so we got a lot of great pictures. Let's talk a little bit about how they form. So this is basically the base of a thunderstorm you're looking at over San Antonio. You have the cool, heavier air sinking in the downdraft, and then the warm air rising in the updraft out ahead of that, feeding into the thunderstorm. Well, as the cold air comes down and sinks, it creates this outflow. It hits the ground and spreads out. So then you get this slanted updraft. Notice how those clouds kind of had a slant to them in a way, kind of like a shelf, kind of looked like. So that updraft hits the outflow and rides along it, leading into the thunderstorm. And that rising air, it creates, it condenses and creates that sharp-looking cloud right along that outflow. So that's the general process on how it forms. But basically that heavy cold air comes dropping down out of the thunderstorm, and then that leading edge of that cold air, as it spreads out, leads to these clouds.
Shelf clouds.
Shelf clouds.
I call them UFO clouds.
They do.
They could be called that, no problem, yeah. They're neat, though.